Okay, some of these items we've already talked about. Over here I have the gas mask. You know, if you want a NATO standard gas mask, would be a very handy thing to have. Again, you know, if you don't want to lug around the extra weight, then, you know, going back to the old adage, that's something that you're going to have to consider in your own mind as to whether or not it's worth carrying or not. But you have to bear in mind that if something rolls down the chain and it comes down to them or you, I would imagine there would definitely be a situation where gas will be used. So I may just be paranoid, but I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. All right, first aid. This is a combat lifesaver bag. This one actually isn't 100% complete, but there's tons of good things in here that are really going to help you along the way. This is called a Splint. Basically what it is, it's a large, flexible, kind of like foam, like a cast essentially. So you can stabilize broken bones, limbs, things like that, and you can basically flex this thing in any shape you need. Very, very handy thing to have. It's called a Splint. All right, you got your gauzes, things like that. You know, that's pretty self-explanatory. Your gauzes. You have field dressings. That's always a handy thing to have. Actually, this one is a ooh, I'm glad I've had this one. This is actually for abdominal wounds. It's one of the large ones. So hopefully you won't have to deal with something like that, but it's nice to know that you can. Here's another field dressing. This one's vacuum packaged. All of these are vacuum packaged. And I want you to stay tuned because I'm going to show you a couple other little alternate means of packaging that you might find useful. Here you have your airway tubes. If someone's injured and their airway is closed, blocked, anything like that, this will allow you to open their airway, okay? You have the lactated ringers injection. Actually, I need to throw this one out because it's expired, but I wanted to show you just for representative example that you could run fluids to someone for bleeding out. You got your scissors for cutting off uniforms, clothing away from the wound. You know, of course, you got your generic bandages, flex bandages, and things like that. So these little kits are great just to have some first aid and everything. Of course, you know, band-aids, you know, the basics. Might want to have some aloe vera, bug spray, things like that. All right, we've got here a couple of basic tourniquets. These are Velcro tourniquets that, of course, just stretch. You know, that's for giving injections and things like that. So you got your Velcro tourniquets. Let me move on to show you one more individual health kit or a first aid kit that I have. This is something that your designated combat lifesaver in your group would be carrying. I'm not by any means suggesting that you carry all of this gear on you all the time. Just giving you suggestions as the kind of stuff you might want to have laying around. This stuff comes in very handy. We're going to talk about another type of tourniquet, and like I said, I'm going to show you the Israeli first aid pack that they're giving out to individual soldiers now. Let me change the camera angle. Okay, YouTube, I looked back at that last clip, and I realized that some of the items I was, probably moving a little fast when I talked about several of these items. What I'm going to go back and do is take high-resolution photos up close of these items laid out a little bit more organized to show you what they look like. However, the camera should be zoomed in on this pack right here. This is one of the Israeli-inspired first aid packs that they're giving out to individual soldiers now. And it's basically meant to be your personal pack. If something happens to you, you've got something right here to fix you up. You have right here one of the, a ranger designed this tourniquet right here. I actually have one that's open. I'm going to show you how to use it. But you got a tourniquet. You've got your first aid tape. You've got a, yeah, that's the airway thing I showed you earlier. Okay. You got a pair of powderless gloves. You got your field bandage, and you've got some compressed gauze. So basically, be able to hopefully at least stop the bleeding long enough to get better help there. And that's what first aid is actually meant to be. It's first aid. It's not meant to be a do-all finish all sort of, help for you. All right.